Hey, everybody. It is a Thursday, a theme Thursday. Do not forget, very important from this moment forward, do not try to guess the theme until the end of the show. There will be a time in which we do this, but if you do it before that, Caitlin will take a point off of your score. It's just the way she works. Septic will probably use this to his advantage. All right, so Shaggy's with us. Already got a point up on the board. Welcome to the show, Shaggy. Let's see. We're not seeing people shown yet. I don't know why that is. Twitch is sending some data. We got people up on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. You can always be a part there. Dan Wolf has also said first, but not first, unfortunately. Shaggy beat him to it. Christina also says first, but third. So this is very difficult. We're gonna have to start giving points for more more levels, maybe. Maybe we have to have like 3 points for the first and 2 for the second and then like 1 for third or something. It seems like there's a rush at the beginning.
Oh, 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Yeah. It would be, it'd be like if you get the podium, right? If you're like if you're in the Olympics or something, or like you're in NASCAR, but without a flag that you really like a lot.
We should start that next season if there is a next season.
Yeah, that's true. Next season. If we just had a next season. We'll see if it happens. So far, there seems like there's a bunch.
Caitlin is quiet. Oh, Caitlin's not speaking into her microphone.
Well, there you have it.
Apparently, you have to speak into this thing just here.
Yeah, that's
in order
important.
to be heard.
That is a piece of it. All right. Shaggy says hosting has begun. I don't know if you want to give him a point for that already.
Later.
We'll wrap back around on that.
It's easier for me to remember if we do all the shares later.
So remind us at the end, Shaggy, if you're hosting over on Twitch, just let us know at the end of the show. That way we can get all that together because it's actually going to matter quite a bit. Let's go over a little of the rules. Again, if you're the first one in to say first, you get a point. Shaggy got that point today. If you want to get a point in the future, you're going to want to either subscribe or follow this show, okay? There's probably a little button that says either subscribe or follow. Just go hit that thing, right? And there's a little bell probably next to it. You'll want to hit that so it notifies you when we actually go live. That's one way to do it. The most obvious way to get a point is to answer the questions correctly. If you do that in the time allotted, you get a point. If you're the first person to get the correct answer, you get 2 points, a bonus point, just for being quick. All right, so those are some rules. Then, of course, obviously, we get down to sharing. Sharing's going to be a little special today. So, as always, every day, you get a point for sharing the show publicly on Facebook. You can do that either to your profile, to somebody else's profile, assuming that it's publicly available, a group that's publicly available, anything. You'll see an alert. I'm going to do it down below. I saw Shaggy did it a little bit just a moment ago, but if I share public, you'll see, boom, see that? That means you get a point right there. If you share it with somebody privately, then it is not going to get you a point. Instead, what you have to do is in the chat, just do the little @ sign, tag them, say like, hey, come join us for some trivia, and then we'll get you a point for that, okay? So those are the ways we've got to do it. Here's why it's a little different than normal. It is different than normal because for every share on Facebook that shows up, all right, everyone that gets that alert, you just saw Craig do it, every one of those that gets there, every host that happens on Twitch, and if you do any @ signs in the chat as well, we are going to create a bank of points, okay? A bank of points. And the way that's going to work is, since it is Theme Thursday, we're going to do 5 points. 5 points for every share or host that happens, okay? Again, just the public ones. We have to be able to see it. And so you'll get 5 points in a bank. So let's say 10 people do this, right? That's going to be 50 points all in a bank of points. At the end of the show, remember, do not try and guess the theme before the end of the show.
God help you.
Yes, God help you. At the end of the show, you're going to try and guess the theme of the entire show. All right. anyone who gets that answer correct, gets the theme correct, will get a share of that bank. So if there are 10 shares, meaning 50 points, and 10 people all guess correctly, 5 points apiece. But if only one person is able to guess correctly, then that one person will get all 50 points. All right, so there we go. The theme is banks. One point off for Ian, unfortunately.
-1 point for Ian.
We tried to explain. You don't guess the theme before the end of the show. We will give you a specific time to do that. So all of the points are going to be based off of the shares today for Theme Thursday. It's a little trickier Theme Thursday today, I will admit. I looked over it. It's going to be a little trickier than some of our past ones.
I think it's good, though. I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah, but I think it's a good one, and I think the reward is going to be worth it. So we got 13 people watching. That is double digits. We are illegal if you're not supposed to have more than 9 people in a group because of the quarantine stuff. We're at 13, so we can get moving on this.
Septic, yes. Septic, it's -1 point.
All right, so
I did not see the baby beaver, Emily, because I tried to see the baby beaver and it was trying to make me install some kind of app in order to see the baby beaver, and I didn't feel like doing that.
No. Yeah, don't do that. It's only illegal for a day or two, another day or two. That's true. But we're going to keep that rule. We're going to have double digits in here to get started each night. That's how it's going to roll moving forward. All right, question number 1.
Question number 1. What 1898 horror novella, which originally appeared in Collier's Weekly, was adapted into a Netflix series called The Haunting of Bly Manor?
All right. So we need the original name of that. 60 seconds on the clock.
We need the name of the novella.
The novella. So we've got 60 seconds on the clock. Also, don't forget that there's also the Karen. You can throw a Karen. You just shout Karen into the chat. And that's you saying that you believe that nobody else is going to get it correct.
I know at least one person who hasn't forgotten how to throw a Karen.
That's true. And if nobody else gets it correct, then you get a point. However, if anyone else gets it correct, you're going to lose a point. So there is a bit of a gamble there, just saying. So use that cautiously. We are getting later in the week. It is Thursday. The questions get harder as we go through the week. So maybe pulling out a Karen here and there might make sense. About 15 seconds. Well, about 10 seconds left on the clock. What were you laughing at?
Craig's answer.
What's Craig's answer?
Bly Manor, The Haunting.
Bly Manor, The Haunting. All right.
Ian has gone with the very popular horror novella Mother Goose.
That was a very difficult one. Time's up. We're going over to the chat.
My very first computer game was called The Mixed Up Tales of Mother Goose.
Yeah.
It was like you had to walk around like King's Quest in this environment and put everything back together. So like if you solved a puzzle for this person, they gave you a thing which might solve the puzzle for this person over here, and you had to
That was a good time for video games, I think. Like the whole Dan
Wolf actually remembers that game. Nobody has remembered that game when I've said it. Everyone just looks at me like I'm crazy. Dan Wolf, I love you.
I've heard the name of that. I've absolutely heard it. All right, so time's up over on Facebook as well. So let's see what we've got. The theme is nothing, says Septic. He has lost a point because of that.
Already done.
We know this is going to happen. Let's see. The House on Haunted Hill, Bly Manor, the Haunting. That's where your colon is haunted. The House on Haunted Hill, The Killer Karens, Mother Goose, another Karen, and then Dan Wolf saying that he remembers that game. All right, so...
Oh, Craig played Mavis Bacon Teaches Typing. I played that.
So... we have 2 Karens on the board right now. So I have to ask the question, because it's not just Septic going with the Karen, which I might move away from our usual standard when that's the case. We've also got Dan Wolf with it. So the question is, did anyone get it correct? No! Oh, in an upset, Septic has gotten a point! All you had to do is not guess anything. Oh my goodness. Dan Wolf also gets a point. Congratulations to Dan Wolf, since he was actually trying for a point.
Good job, Dan Wolf.
Yeah, well done, Dan Wolf. All right, so I think we can move on to question number 2.
Question number dos. What band's most brazen stolen songs include In My Time of Dying, Since I've Been Loving You, and Bring It On Home?
Ian would like to point out that he is losing.
Yes, you are.
He is definitely losing.
Oh.
Shaggy's first video game was
I didn't tell you
Pong.
the answer. The answer is The Turn of the Screw. Sorry, Dan
Ah.
Wolf.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, you don't deserve the answer if nobody gets it right. It is The Turn of the Screw. All right. So there's we need the brazen stolen songs. Some of you should be able to get this because we talked about this earlier in the week. I'm just giving you that hint. So something to rely on perhaps. But it's pretty blatant. You can go and check out the original artist. It's pretty a 1-to-1.
This article I read had some video clips. Pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. No, it's not coincidental. There are some times where you would listen to music and you'd be like, "Oh, they were obviously inspired by that artist." But this is not.
What's your
that.
one that you hate? You hate Ed Sheeran
Oh, yeah.
because
Dude,
he did Hey, Wait a
who
Minute,
does
Mr.
Scrubs?
Postman.
No, Ed Sheeran does Scrubs.
Mm.
And then it's Portugal the Man that does Mr. Postman. Hey, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. And then they're like, "Ooh, I'm the rebel just for kicks now."
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yep.
All right, time is up. We're going over to the chat. Let's see what we've got coming in. Obviously, we're still waiting for Facebook to catch up, but we can start from the top down. Septic says, "My dreams of being a loser." Why? Let's see. Who is it that said? Oh, my first computer game was Mavis Begins Teaches Typing, and says it was a lot more fun than it sounds. Do you want to tell us what it is? We got that. Led Zeppelin is our first answer. Emily comes in with Led Zeppelin. Time's up over on Facebook as well. Earth, Wind, and Fire, says Shaggy. Let's see. We got another Led Zeppelin. Huey Lewis and the News, says Ian. Septic says Led Karens. Milli Vanilli, says Craig. I don't know if they
That's
stole
a
their
different
music.
scandal.
They didn't steal their music as
They
much
just
as just
didn't
not
sing it.
make it. They actually weren't involved in it at all.
Nope.
So there we go. Let's see, but their cover of When the Levee Breaks kicks ass though. All right, there we go. We don't have any unseptic Karens. So maybe we can just move forward with the correct answer. What was the correct answer?
Led Zeppelin.
It is Led Zeppelin. So yeah, if you go look that up, go check out those tunes, and there's some more as well. It's pretty embarrassing.
So I found this article and it had a list of like the most brazen stolen songs by Led Zeppelin. I was really happy to see Immigrant Song wasn't on it because I fucking love that track.
Yeah. No, they made up some of their own stuff, but they just absolutely stole music. No accreditation, no anything. Just, this is a good tune, we're going to do it. And it's like, it's not necessarily 100% the song, but there are sections of the song that are absolutely just 100%.
That's
Like,
just so apologetic and British of you, Septic. You just keep being you. You're lovely.
that's fine. You do you. Moody Blues was the first concert ever. Or my first concert ever, says Emily. All right. Huey Lewis was Shaggy's first concert. First concert I ever went to live, I believe, is a pretty interesting story. It was I was in high school, and it was like on the weekend, and it was like a college fair, and it was a college fair down in DC at the Washington Convention Center. And you can go like talk to different colleges and things like that. And then you can, and they happen to have bands playing. And so you could go and check out these bands playing. And I think it was probably a bunch of local bands and things like that. I wasn't really like keyed into the music scene at that point in time. I would imagine this was probably 93, 94, somewhere in there. And there were two bands, though, that were playing. One that I had heard of before called Toad the Wet Sprocket, who I really enjoyed quite a bit. And I wanted to go see them. It was $5 to get in. $5. That's right. $5. I watched Toad the Wet Sprocket. Really enjoyed them. I still think that they're a very talented group. I will stand by that even if they have a silly name. And I believe it was like their opener or something like that was this very little, very like fairly unknown band. I think they had one kind of hit that had made it onto the radio, but otherwise not terribly well known. And they were called Radiohead. And so, yeah, I saw Radiohead, but this was before the Bends came out, I think it was. And so the only thing people had heard of was, so like all of the stuff that like really got them famous, like wasn't even really out yet, if I'm not mistaken. I think that like their first single was out. So which was, wasn't Creep, which like shot them, like rocketed them. It was, God, I can't remember. What was the first one? It was from Pablo Honey. And so like, I think Creep might have also been on Pablo Honey, but it was released later or something. But it was the first one that they had out. First tune had been out and I had heard of them. So I was like, I was going to go check them out. And they played like all of the other things. It was like Street Spirit and Creep and all these other things that like I had never heard before. It was
Creep
awesome.
was their first single.
I feel like it was something else that they had though.
We've had this whole conversation
Yeah.
before.
Maybe so. All right. So, all right. Maybe it was that Creep had come out, but like all of the stuff from their next album hadn't dropped yet. I guess that's what it was. And so it was
So
like,
there was no like fake plastic trees.
yeah, no High and Dry, no fake plastic trees, no Street Spirit.
Well, what year would it have been?
It would have been like 93, 94 probably.
Okay.
And so, but they were playing it. They played it live, which was really, really awesome. So I heard all these things before they came out and I was like, this is really good. Emily loves Toad the Wet Sprocket. Saw them at Clinton's inauguration. Very good. Yeah. Dulcinea is a very good album. I like Fear better. I think Fear is a better album, but Dulcinea is still pretty solid as well. I saw Radiohead before they were cool, which you saw Radiohead before they were cool, which makes you the hipster of all hipsters. Right, exactly.
Plus the beard.
That's what's so cool about it, right? Strung Out on OK Computer, orchestral covers of Radiohead. It's awesome. Oh, that's interesting. I had not heard about that. So there's apparently an album called Strung Out on OK Computer, and it's all orchestral. All right, cool. Well, that was my first one. Let's go on to question number 3.
Question number 3. I'm going to try to pronounce these things slowly. What is the group of culturally related Native American tribes in the southwestern U.S. that includes Chiricahua, Jicarilla, Lipan,
Lippin? Yeah, I don't know.
Lipan, Mescalero, Salinero, and Plains tribes?
Aren't you glad that we spelled those out for you?
Yeah, I bet you are.
60 seconds on the clock. What was your first concert? What
HF Festival.
HF Festival. You saw who was there? Who was the headliners?
I think Bush was there.
Bush. All right, that's a solid one. Bush always sounded like a bunch of other bands, but with like a crazy guy in front of it. Because his lyrics always just sounded like he was like, it was like he was like coming up with random words as he was singing in a sense.
It wasn't Bush. It was
like, I've got a machine head. And you're like, what? What is that? Huh? It's better than the rest.
It was Incubus.
Okay, if you say so.
It wasn't Bush. It was Incubus.
Incubus. Oh, okay. I like Incubus.
Oh, me too. I was totally in love with that guy.
I saw them play live, and it was them and I think the Deftones, and then I think it was a band called Taproot, and Taproot was terrible. They
Yeah.
were really bad. They later had a hit, and I still couldn't like get out of my head how bad they were. I think I hit the time, and I think it's over. Did you hear it?
I just heard it just now.
Okay, good. Chat. We go to the chat. I should probably put headphones on, and then I can like actually do this the right way. And so yeah. All right, we're waiting for Facebook to catch up. Let's see what people have said here. That'll make it easier for me to hear what is coming out. The Kronos Quartet. Okay, Kronos is, I've heard of them before, and they're very talented. Apaches, Navajo, Sioux, Sioux, yeah, the Sioux, you're right. Valley Girls, Sioux, Navajo, Karen, Septic thinks thank God he's wanting to lose because he had no idea, not even a little. Let's see. Emily went to HF Festival starting in 1996 and every year until 2003.
I think my first one was probably 99.
The Clovis Peoples. I worked kitchen for HF Festival. Interesting. I washed Dishwalla's dishes. That's not true. You just made that up. You are a dick. How dare you make fun of an institution?
I can't remember if I went to Ozfest or if my boyfriend just went to Ozfest with one of his friends.
Shaggy once literally ran into Billy Corrigan.
How'd that go?
Yeah, that is all right. All right, let's see. Here we go. How did I forget to suggest Radiohead, a hard and firm by Hard and Firm. It's a Radiohead hoedown. All right. Fair enough. Ian says that's 100% true. I know. I understand
Shaggy
that's 100. It's 100% true. We just don't believe you.
Shaggy says he was drunk.
He was drunk.
You drunkenly ran into Billy Corgan.
Wait, was it? Well, yeah.
He probably apologized to you.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Let's go down from the top down and see if anybody got this right. First answer was Dan Wolf with Apaches. Is that correct?
Yes.
It is. Wow. Right off the bat, Dan Wolf, 2 points, and I think the only one to get Apache. That's pretty impressive. All right. So 2 points to the Apaches, Dan Wolf. Congratulations on that. Let's move on to question number 4.
Question number 4. What song from the movie Mary Poppins is heard at the end of the film when George Banks realizes that his family is more important than his job? You did not fix that typo.
I didn't fix the typo. You want me to do it now? I can make this happen. I feel very confident now in my abilities to fix things that you give me. Let's see. Here we go. Ta-da! All right, so we need the answer in the chat, everybody. Did I not hit 60 seconds? Let's make that happen.
The same night I saw Vern Troyer in a bar. Babe, we need to go to Dallas.
Right. What is happening? Walking down the street with some girl in Dallas on Halloween. He said something mean and kept walking. I mean, he's got to keep up, his image, right? Same
Ian
night.
drunkenly ran into Don McLean, nice guy. I'm just impressed you knew what Don McLean looks like.
Yeah, right? Obviously like pie. American Pie. All right, so we got lots of answers in. Ian says it's Jagged Little Pill, which I believe maybe you're thinking of a spoonful of sugar helping the medicine go down, which would be difficult with a Jagged Little Pill. But I don't think is the correct answer. Karen's flying a kite, says Septic. So throwing a Karen. Everybody else seems to be going with let's go fly a kite. That seems to be the he was carrying a guitar. So you think, was it Don McLean or was it just a guy with carrying a guitar? Let's be honest. Go into the chat because time is up. In college, I had a beer next to Bobcat Goldthwait. Oh, that's pretty cool. I would not mind meeting Bobcat Goldthwait. I ate dinner with Weird Al Yankovic.
I
He was
went
cool.
to my first year of college. We had a concert series in one of the lounge in the bottom of one of the dorms near me. And so we go. My RA would insist that we would go to these things because she wanted us to acculturate. And so the two that I went to were a band called Parachute. At the time it was called Sparky's Flaw. It's a band from Charlottesville, and now they're super famous and they're in like Clearasil commercials or something.
Right.
And Jason Mraz.
Oh, that's pretty
Before
cool.
anyone knew who the fuck that was.
That is pretty cool. Not to be confused with a band who has an album called Parachute.
Yeah, different.
And what's that band? Do you remember? I can't remember the name of it offhand. They have a song called Satellite. My satellite. Yeah. And they have an album called Parachute. Kind of acousticy thing. I used to have their name like at the top of my Rolodex in terms of remembering stuff.
Nope.
Nope,
that's
Parachute Band. That's not right.
Coldplay.
Nope, that's not it.
Parachutes.
Yeah. But it's not that. It isn't that. Song Satellite. Look it up. Somebody will get it. Somebody's going to get it, and then they will put it on the chat for us. We don't need to do this work. What is the correct answer?
Let's go fly a kite.
Will you accept Go Fly a Kite?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
It's Guster.
Guster. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. And they have an album called Parachute.
I believe you.
All right, so let's see. MC Hammer's Pants. I hung out with the drummer from Vertical Horizon and kept up an email relationship for a while. Ed, not the other guy. I also made out with the bassist from SR-71, and he invited me to the VMAs. I couldn't go. I'm a moron. He ended up dying of testicular cancer. Why did you give him testicular cancer? That's terrible. Just because you couldn't go to the VMAs? Oh, my Lord. Melissa says, Upchurch? No. Don't mess with me and Disney-related questions. Oh, that's true. Shaggy's going to get at you on that. All right, so first person who got that correct was Shaggy. As you can see, very good at the Disney the Disney questions. We're moving on to question number 5.
Question number 5.
Yeah.
What was the name of the female spirit in Irish folklore who heralds the death of a family member, usually by wailing, shrieking, or keening?
Septic says, remind me not to let Emily down.
How dare you?
Emily says that she wasn't aware it was contagious. I mean, you lost yours.
Sure.
So you shouldn't be trusted around anybody else's. If yours already dropped off. I'm just saying. All right, 40 seconds on the clock. Let's see what people come up with. We've got a couple different answers coming in. This is good. I like it when there's some variety in the answers. Right now, let's see. How are we doing shares wise? It just says 1 share, but there's more underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 shares.
You misspelled Karen, Septic, but
After all
I'll take
these
it.
times? That seems ironic at
he was
best.
trying to be clever and he misspelled Karen instead.
Oh, that's very, very sad. Let's see if I can. I'm just going to go and check the shares again. Yeah, I only have 6 shares. I'm surprised. When we said, obviously we didn't make it obvious to people, but when it comes to the theme, you're going to guess the theme at the end. Do not guess the theme now. All right?
How dare you?
But it's going to be based off of a bank of points, which you're going to get from the number of shares. So we're doing 5 points per share. So right now we're at 30 points, right? And that means that if 10 people were to get the theme correct, they'd only get 3 points apiece. Now, if one person gets it correct, they're going to get all 30 points. But I'm just pointing out, you have an opportunity to give yourself more points here. So just think about that. All right, so let's figure out what the actual answer is here. It looks like we've got Banshee, Siren, Ogorano, Karen, Sinead O'Connor, and some other Banshees, it seems like. So what is the correct answer?
Banshee.
It is Banshee. Craig gets 2 points to start it off. And we've also got points for Emily and Melissa and Dan Wolf and Diana, otherwise known as Smiles. So we're halfway through. How are our points looking?
I think I probably got some of these wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong.
Play
But
along at home, remember.
Septic with -4, Ian with -1, Diana with 2, Melissa and Craig with 3, Shaggy and Emily with 4, and Dan Wolf with 6.
All right, so if you believe that yours is different, then make sure that you let us know. Craig says Banshee is also an X-Men character. That is correct. I think Siren is a DC character, right? Isn't there a Siren in DC, or is that a Marvel character as well? I feel like it's a DC character because I think it has to do maybe with the Green Arrow and Siren, something
Oh,
like that.
snap. Emily calling out Craig.
Oh, man.
Dis.
Opposed to Banshee. It's Banshee. The very Banshee is the X-Men character who's very stylish. Oh, why would you wear that? That cape is disgusting. Banshee, leave me alone. You're always like this. I hate it when you get drunk, Banshee. Are those sunglasses? It isn't even daytime. Get that out of here. Banshee, why call him out? It's goggles. He otherwise has like lasers that come out of his eyes. It saves people. They're basically sunglasses. Just get rid of them. It's nighttime.
You're a crazy person. You
So
know
says
what?
Banshee.
You're nuts.
All right, so just Googled you're correct. Have 5 Craig coins. Oh, that's good. Excellent. Emily hasn't had Craig coins in a while. Let's move on to question number 6. Apparently you did it. You nailed it. Nobody believes that their points are incorrect. So question number 6, is Keith having a stroke? No, this is just me all the time.
It kind of is.
Yes.
Question number 6. Though Leonardo da Vinci designed these in 1485, the first functional version was a small bird model powered by rubber band in 1871.
60 seconds on the clock. Let's see if anybody knows about bird models. All right. There we go. Those are all the things I have to say. It's not a stroke. It's just fun. I was just pronouncing the way that Craig spelled Banshee, which was with a C-H-E-E, which I would assume would be Banshee. Banshee. That's all I'm thinking. All right, so let's see. We've all got answers coming in. It's pretty straight across the boards right now. Helicopter, the most popular of all of the answers. Birds are fake, made to spy on society. So Karen says Septic. Did you know you can get a shirt that says that birds are fake? That is true.
I can't possibly suggest that you actually do this, but there's a URL called birdsaren'treal.com.
Yeah.
Don't go to it unless
Don't.
you're in incognito mode.
Yeah, because it's tracking you. I assume.
Because you end up getting like ads and shit about it.
What? Do you? That's pretty great. They actually have a marketing campaign. You know what they should do? They should send ads using carrier pigeons. Oh, wait. Never mind. That's not going to work for them. Chat. We're going to the chat because time is up. So helicopter. Model birds, says Craig. That's the official name of the bird model. Killer pigeon bots is what Ian goes with. Melissa also goes with helicopter. That is the one. Oh, if you buy one fake bird, you get one free. Did you know that?
Oh, a BOGO. I love a BOGO.
Mm-hmm. That's a type of bird. A lot of people don't know that. The BOGO. Let's see. All right, so time's up over on Facebook. Those are all of the answers. We've only got one Karen. That's just Septic. Nobody else did it. So everybody else, let's see. Let's start with the top down. Is the correct answer helicopter?
Nope.
Oh, that's going to be difficult because that's what most people went with. Is the correct answer model birds?
No.
No. Is it killer pigeon bot?
It is not.
Is it a Karen? Yeah. Oh, no! He got another point! Oh, God! Septic, it's like we built this day just to get you points.
People just think about it.
Mm-hmm.
How would a model bird be like a helicopter? Birds have wings. A helicopter does not have wings.
If you just if you twist it real fast.
That's bird abuse.
They're not real, so it doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Let's move on to question number 7.
Don't you want to know the answer?
No.
Okay. It's
What's-
ornithopter.
It's ornithopter.
Okay.
It is an ornithopter.
The Varroa destructor is what kind of creature that attacks and feeds on drone honeybees?
All right, so
Well, your husband was dead ass wrong.
he said no. I mean, you were really wrong too, so he wasn't less wrong. That you're made for each other is what we're saying. That's the takeaway. 60 seconds on the clock. Is it a plane? No, it's a helicopter. Nope. No, it's not. Murder hornets have come back. Somebody brought the murder hornets. We've got a spider, a hornicaran, a honey badger. The type of creature that attacks and feeds on honey. A Varana destructor does sound kind of like a honey badger because they don't give a fuck. Yeah. Winnie the Pooh, that's a good answer. Winnie the Pooh didn't really eat the bees. He liked the honey, but I've never seen him eat the bees, I'll be honest. All right, so we've got a diverse bunch of answers, which is going to make it way difficult. Now Septic has to wonder, like, oh, am I going to get another point here? Because no one seems really confident about this one. My husband said he's only ever heard of ornithopters in video games. He's never seen it exist in real life. Well, I mean, not a lot of people are going around building ornithopters because they're not nearly as successful as helicopters and planes.
But that's why they're interesting.
Yeah, there's definitely no there's no like weekend getaways where you jump on an ornithopter to Belize or anything. So I just Googled ornithopters and now I want one. All right, fair enough. All right, so time's up. We went to the chat. We're waiting for Facebook to catch up, and there it has. Bees are just spicy sky raisins, says Smiles. It's not so much heat, but it is pain. There is pain there. Diane Smiles also says spider. So we've got all the answers in. Let's start from the bottom down to see if Septic gets a point or
The
not.
bottom down?
Or from the bottom down and from the top up. Honey badger. Is it a honey badger?
No.
Oh. Well, we'll skip Karen and find out here. Is it a spider?
No.
Oh. Is it a murder hornet?
Nope.
Oh, God. Is it Winnie the Pooh?
Absolutely not.
Is it a mite?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Thank God. Oh, Septic, you almost ended up with another point. It almost happened. Right in front of our faces, you almost were going to win the game. Craig gets 2 points for mites and probably is owed a beer by Septic as soon as he's old enough to buy one. I have no idea how old he is, but I just figured I'd say
You
that.
just turned Septic into a 12-year-old
Yeah,
for some reason.
right, because he was murdered and he came back. I assume he starts over.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So he's none now?
Yeah, he's like 1 year old at this point.
Okay.
He's just starting. All right. Let's move on to question number 7.
Question number 8.
Question number 8.
Who is the American businessman most often associated with popcorn that is now owned by ConAgra?
There we go. All right. Who is the American businessman most often associated with popcorn, which is now the brand of which is now owned by ConAgra? All right. Let's see. Can you ship it? You can ship beer. You can't use the U.S. Postal Service to ship beer. You can ship it through like UPS and stuff. I was thinking about at one point making a website where people who made beer at home could ship each other beer, and it would be free beer, but essentially like you'd be signing on to give like your honest opinion of their beer. And I thought it was just a win-win because I think a lot of people who brew beer would like honest opinions from people who like aren't just their friends, who like really want to like give them an honest opinion. And then I think people who like, I think that there's a bunch of people who like free beer. So I figured that's like a 1-to-1, right? And so you'd be like, I will absolutely give you a review of the beer, like honestly. And then you get a beer in the mail and you drink it, you write your review. And I think it would be cool. I don't know, but I don't drink beer. So that's kind of ironic. when you think about it. So time's up. We go into the chat, and we'll wait for Facebook to come on. But let's see. We've got Orville Redenbacher. We've got Karen's Kellogg's. That's good. I've got like 5 varieties of mites teaming up against me. Oh, that's very unfortunate, Craig. He's been at war with him in his garden. Lots of Elon Muskenbacher, says Ian. Almost all Orville Redenbachers, we'll be honest. That's where everybody went with it. I guess if you're thinking of a name and you're thinking of popcorn, it's probably Orville Redenbacher. Right? That's probably fair. Can you name another popcorn maker? I know, like Pop Secret.
Boy Scouts.
But like a name. Who makes the Boy Scouts popcorn?
Jolly Pop.
That's like a company, but there's no person, right? It's not like Sir Isaac Jolly that made it.
Mr. Pop?
Mr. Pop, yeah. Butterkiss, Mr. Kettle. Mr. Kettle is a cartoon character that is not a person. I'm trying to think of any other person that you relate to popcorn, and I don't think that there is anyone. Right? I don't know. All right. So, is the answer Orville Redenbacher in all of the different ways that it happened to be spelled?
Yes.
It is! All right. Almost everybody
Melissa
getting points.
spelled it right. Diana spelled it right. Jenny spelled it right.
Yeah. Dan Wolf came in first.
Dan Wolf spelled it right.
And also got it correct. So I think definitely deserving of the 2 points there. Will you accept Elon Muskenbacher? No. Okay. That does make sense. I see why you would not do that. Papa John Creech. Nope. That is, I believe, a song by Madonna. Papa John Creech. I'm in love. He's Papa John Creech. Isn't that it? Is that not how it goes? I've been singing it wrong all this time? That is embarrassing. Wow. Awkward. Let's move on to question number 9.
It's the penultimate question.
It is the penultimate question. I didn't say it last night to see if anybody would catch me on it. No one cared. I'm the only one that cares.
Sorry, babe.
Yeah, I know. Greg says I went there too, Keith. I know. That's what it was. It's totally. All right. 60 seconds on the clock.
Atlantis is a fictional island featured in whose work Timaeus and Critias? Or
All
however
right.
the fuck you say that.
Whichever those are. Atlantis is a fictional island featured in whose works? Tim Anus and Critias. Yep, I don't know. All right, there we go. Septic says, yeah, we really don't care. But it's the penultimate question. Shaggy, for the love of God. You're all going to use that word now. You're going to find reasons to use it in the world where you had not before. And you're welcome. That's all I can say. About 10 seconds left, so get your answers in. Let's see. Emily also went to Papa Don't Preach. There we go. Let's see. Karen's Christmas. Karen's Christmas. We're going to the chat. Time is up. Let's see. Tiny Tim. Interesting. Socrates, the Falcons. I care, Keith. I learned the word in 3rd grade. It's been my favorite word since. They use a lot in Jelly's marble races. I didn't know that. Plato, nope, don't care. Homer, Plato, Homer. Those are our answers so far. We're waiting for Facebook to catch up to make sure there are no additional answers that come in. And that is it. All right, so time's up over there on Facebook as well. Nobody else got in time. What is the correct answer?
A Plato.
Plato. Someone did get that, so congratulations to Septic on that one. By the way, I found a cool trick with Septic. Yesterday, I gave him 10 negative points, and then I figured at the beginning of the game, and then if he ever got something that wasn't a Karen correct, I just removed them. Made my life so much easier. Yeah. All right, so let's see. You said
But you can't just remove them. You have to actually add one.
Yeah, you have to do
double remove them.
Double remove. Melissa got it first, it looks like, and Dan Wolf followed suit with the Plato answer. Dan Wolf says, I was going to say Play-Doh, but I wasn't sure if you'd give it to me.
I would have given it to you.
I have to be careful watching those anymore. I go for one video and then all of a sudden 2 hours have gone by. This is the marble races?
Yep.
All right. The Olympics blew my whole damn mind. So good. There was Olympic marble races? Is that a thing?
Should we watch it?
I don't know. Maybe at some point. All right. That brings us to the last question of the night. We are all the way to question number 10. Once again, there will be a theme, so think about that. We will want the answer to the theme after. We will ask for it. Do not ask. Do not try and guess before that. We will do that at the end of the show.
Before that, Septic, you lose a point.
Just saying. Here we go. Question number 10, the last
Question number 10.
question.
In Around the World in 80 Days, a gas balloon is used to cross what mountain range?
All right. What's the name of that mountain range in that particular book, in that novella? Is that a novella? Would you call it a novella?
I would call it a novel.
A novel? All right. We've had some novellas, so I was curious.
Like
Mary
Mother Goose.
Poppins could have been a novella as well. That was a book, right? I think that started as a book. It was a book before it was a movie, right? Just a thought.
Yeah.
All right.
Not a sermon.
Just a thought. Let's see. We've got about 20 seconds left.
Damn it, Craig. Do you read? No, they did not fly around the world.
He's like, I read the title. The title says around the world. Why do I have to? I don't need to know the rest of it. The goddamn book ends where it started.
It definitely stacks, Septic.
All right. So to the chat, because time is up. Let's see what people said. Well, let's see. We've got the Himalayas. We've got the Alps. Cairns Clouds, which is not really, I don't think that's a mountain.
Uh-oh, Septic guessed early and lost a point.
Oh, no. Tallahassee, the Great Mountains of Tallahassee. Have you not watched Saving Mr. Banks? No, I've not watched that. Not at all. What is that? John Oliver is sponsoring the whole next season, apparently. I mean, swimming events in marble races, balance beams, relay races. I'm not even sure what all this means. These are all marble Olympics? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. All right, I'm getting it now. This is very weird. You are all very weird, and I love you because of it. All right, so Septic has gone with the theme of dirt and lost a point, and the theme of crabs and lost the point, and the theme of 1876 and lost a point. That's very sad. All right, so let's...
He's just going with the theme of inside joke.
Yeah, that's what he believes the theme is. All right, so let's see. We've only got the one Karen. So let's go from the top down and see if anybody got this correct. Jenny was first with. Sorry. Let me go back. I was a little behind here. Shaggy was first with the Himalayas. Is that correct?
No.
Oh. Dan Wolf says the Alps.
Nope.
No. Jenny also went with the Alps. Emily went with the Himalayas. Ian says Tallahassee.
No.
Oh, that's not good. Diana says the Alps. Melissa
Nope.
says the Himalayas.
Nope.
And that's everyone. Is it a Karen?
Yep.
Oh, no. He got another point. Septic is desperately trying to get rid of points and just scored a point while trying to get rid of all the other points.
Well, he's at -11.
That is true. But for trying to fail at every single question, he sure did well. All right, so this is time to guess the theme. All right, so now Septic can't guess any more themes because he doesn't lose points anymore.
Yeah.
So if you know what the theme is, this is the time to guess the theme for tonight. There was a theme tonight. Let's go and look at the shares, by the way.
Please go over the shares.
While we're doing this. Jenny has a share. Emily has a share. Craig has a share. Shaggy has a share. Shaggy also hosted the show.
Oh, the answer was the Pyrenees. Sorry.
Oh, yes, the Pyrenees is the correct answer. The Pyrenees. The Pyrenees. All right, so there we go. Those are its. I had two shares, so I'm gonna throw that into the bank, I think.
Okay.
Just to make it as fair as
Did
possible.
you refresh to make sure that that's all the shares?
I can try and refresh it. Usually is pretty up to date. So I will double check though to see if anybody else shared on this momentous day. No, it still says 6.
All right, so we're playing for 30
1,
points.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But,
but
do we also
Shaggy-
count Shaggy's? Okay,
yeah.
35.
So Shaggy also hosted. Septic, did you host the show over there on Twitch? Anyone else on Twitch host the show? We're trying to get you guys points. If I say I host, do I lose a point? You do not, but you know what? We won't give you a point if it is a fact that you hosted the show.
Yeah, you're really just giving points to other people if you admit to hosting the show.
Yeah. Well, and if it's true, don't just say it.
Okay, 40.
All right, so we have 40 points in the bank. 40 points in the bank that anyone could win. Kelly Waters has joined
Let's
us.
give him 90 seconds.
All right, 90 seconds. We're officially hitting the timer. At the end of 90 seconds, no more guesses. We've got some themes coming in. Septic had some before the time. Maybe we'll go over those first. He said the theme is Thomas Morvello Riddle, which is not correct. Shaggy says she had written several books.
P.L. Travers.
Mm-hmm. Saving Mr. Banks is about Walt Disney trying to get the rights to Mary Poppins from P.L. Travers. Ah, gotcha. The theme is 42, says Septic, also not correct. The theme is Heineken Skywalker, which is also not correct. The theme is Thomas Wayne. Not even sure. What's Thomas Wayne? Is that one of our inside jokes?
Ah.
I don't understand how that got in, but Keith Richards didn't get in. Raspberry Racers. All right, what is that?
One of the marbles.
Oh, okay. That is one of the marbles. There is O Ranger and Raspberry Racers. Okay, so we're learning about marbles as well. All right. Melissa has a guess. We've got 15 seconds left. I think we're at the correct guesses now. People going with correct guesses. So we'll see if anybody is able to get these points. Again, we're
Thomas Wayne is Batman's dad.
Oh, I gotcha. By the way, don't forget, we're splitting these points. There's 40 points. They'll be split
Boop, boop, boop.
among everybody who got it correct. So we'll go to the main here, and we'll just make sure we'll give you the benefit of the doubt until Facebook is caught up. But let's start looking at it. Computer programs is one of the guesses. Is the answer computer programs?
It's not.
The theme is things left up in the air. Is that correct?
Kinda.
All right. Let's move on. Now, if I say I host or lose a point, we got that.
Hit the time's up button.
What's that? Oh, time's up button, which is going to go into the wrong place. There we go. Time's up button. Craig says the theme is wind.
No.
Dan Wolf says airborne things.
Kinda.
Yeah. Shaggy says flying is the theme.
Sorta.
Let's see. Ian says air things, like air supply.
Ian already answered, right? Again, kinda.
Emily says air. Diana says fiction.
Definitely not.
Let's see. Any others? Keith Richards is high enough to be in the air. That's good to know. Those are all the answers. So it is now up to you as the judge of the game, as the mistress of. Do you want to think about? Do you want to talk about it? Is that what you want to do? Like talk about? All right. We're gonna step away for a second and discuss it. All right. So we'll be right back. All right. But we need to do this privately. All right. So what do you think is a good one? Like, what? I mean, we feel like some of them are right. Somebody's got it.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be close enough,
I
right?
think the closest person, Dan Wolf.
I think if they hear us talking about, they'll get upset. But I think if we do it in private,
Yeah, we definitely don't
and
want
then
them to hear.
We'll just
Then they would
come-
know it's rigged.
What we'll do is we'll say that like we both agree, and then they'll have no way to argue about it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's good. So let's see. It's the what's the actual answer?
The actual answer is flying machines.
Flying machines. Okay.
So that's why I'm leaning away from like air.
Yeah, I think air is wrong.
Okay.
Air feels wrong because it doesn't involve the like things in air.
So like
It's,
flying, I'm inclined to give a point.
Okay, flying would be a
Airborne
point.
things, I'm inclined to give a point.
Yeah, airborne things. Those are basically flying machines, right? That-
Things left up in the air.
Mm.
Borderline.
Air things. What do you think about air things?
Borderline.
They're kind of like, yeah. Do we want to be nice about it, or do we want to be mean?
Well, I've got a reputation to maintain.
That's true. No, that's the point. Okay, I think we've made up our decision. Right?
Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. So we've thought about it in our private booth,
That no one could hear.
and we've got some ideas. Let's see. So we're gonna make an announcement, and that is our official guidance for it all. The official answer was that it is flying machines, but nobody got that absolutely correct. So we think that some people had versions of that we feel is. So let's see. So let's make sure we're gonna go down and announce who we feel actually gets it. All right. So. Who do you think is our winners of this bank?
I think the closest ones are Dan Wolf and Shaggy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also inclined to give points to Ian,
Okay.
but I can't accept air. 'Cause
Air
it's
or
about,
wind?
Like, yeah, air and wind are not. It's about the machinery.
So it looks like we've got winners of Dan Wolf, right?
Go to the flying machines Wikipedia page and read the section on kites. Suck on that, Dan Wolf.
Shaggy, right?
Yeah.
All right. You're saying Ian,
Ian. And that's it.
and that's it.
Of course, 40 is not divisible by 3.
So we'll round up. I think that's fair, right?
Okay.
We can round up on this. So what does that make us? 40 divided by 3 is what?
14.
14 if we round up?
Yeah.
So there you go. So everybody that got it correct is 14 points richer, with you all have 14 more make-believe internet points that aren't worth anything. But here's the good news. If you're the winner of this week, we're going to tally up all the points. And if you win this week, as of Sunday, you can win a t-shirt. Yeah, t-shirt. All right, there you have it. So that is the game today. Hopefully you had a good time and enjoyed it. Dan Wolf says, your guys' act is funnier than people are giving you credit for. Thank you, Dan Wolf.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. All right. So don't forget, everybody. Let's do our winners. Who are winners? Who's our winner tonight?
Should we go over the whole list?
Well, let's do the whole list. Yeah, we'll start from the bottom, go to the top, and announce what the winner is.
You are never
today.
going to guess who's on the bottom.
No. Is it? I can't guess it. I can't. I'm going to throw Karen.
It's Septic.
Is that is that correct, or do I get a point?
No.
Ah! Dang it! All right.
Septic has negative 12. Good job, Septic.
Well done.
That accounts for getting 2 right accidentally, and then
Many themes.
negative 8 points on questions and negative many points on themes. Jenny has 2 points. Diana has 3 points. Melissa and Emily have 6 points. Craig has 7 points. Ian has 13 points. Shaggy has 21 points. And Dan Wolf is our winner with 23 points.
There we go. Dan Wolf wins the day. He was our music on Tuesday and then came back and has won. Dan Wolf, you get an acceptance speech in the chat that we will read, and let us know what color you want our studio. I think who was it that got green yesterday?
I wasn't here.
I don't remember.
People are now congratulating Septic for sucking.
Yes, Septic, if you'd like to give a loser's speech, you are also welcome. We'll read that. While we're waiting on that, don't forget I have a podcast. It's like a real thing that It's like there's 140 episodes of it. We've been doing it for like 3 years. It's free. It costs you nothing other than the time that it goes into your ears, and it's pretty funny. If you're enjoying what we do here, think of it like that, but like we do it on purpose and we have time to actually like prepare more. We do this every day, so there's only so much funny we can actually like pack into a show. There we have a week. We do it every week, and so we've got a lot more fun and stuff there. There's like crazy news from around the internet, great jokes. We've got trivia and a little there's like a little game show that we invented called Please God Just Get One Right. It's harder than these questions, but we have a theme and we go and do 6 questions. You try to get one right. You're also going to find out about all of these very talented artists and musicians from the Washington, D.C. area that you probably would have never heard of before. So go check it out and subscribe to it and download some episodes. Take a listen. Let us know what you think. And don't forget to go and give us a review and some stars and stuff like that. I would love to hear what you all think of the thing that I make because I like making it. And so once again, don't forget to follow and subscribe to this show so that you know when we go live each night at 7 o'clock. You'll want to turn on those notifications if you enjoy being here. And then if we are ever significantly late, sometimes we're a little early, sometimes we're a little late, or if we're significantly late or there's some technical problems and we're only able to stream to one platform rather than like Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, well, then we're going to post that stuff up on our Facebook page and our Twitter page, our Twitter account. So go make sure you follow and like those as well. We're also up on Instagram. On Twitter, we're A Wasted Hour. And then we also have another Wasted group over on Facebook. It's a private group where we talk about the show and hopefully continue some of these things on, maybe after all of this trivia has ended. So there we go. I think that's it, right? That's the whole kit and caboodle. So let's see what we've got as our speeches.
Well, Septic would like to warn us that he hates autocorrect.
Oh, okay.
In advance of reading his speech.
Have you talked to Emily recently? Because I feel like you've got an ally.
She says, at Septic, tell me about it.
Yeah, see?
The Dodge and Civic skies deeply cry Karens from the skies above, dropping negative points like bad habits.
It's very poetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very poetic.
I was very worried, Dan Wolf, because you started the quotation and didn't end it. But now you've ended it, and I appreciate it.
All right. Should I read it or shall you?
Go ahead.
I'd just like to say thanks to Keith and Caitlin for all that they do. They are truly wonderful people for doing this. I'd like to, but I won't. I'm great. The end.
Is that like your preacher voice?
I don't know. I just felt like that was how it was supposed to be read. Is that correct? What is the color that we are doing? Blue. We're doing blue. I'm blue. So tomorrow we will be back with a blue studio for a free-for-all Friday where we'll get everybody involved. Tell all your friends. It's going to be ridiculous. And that's fine. That's what Fridays are for. All right. So until 7 o'clock tomorrow, is that all the business? Did I give them all the business?
Good job for giving them the business.
Gave them the business. Everyone, that is our show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. And until tomorrow at 7 o'clock, everybody stay healthy, stay safe. Make sure to do all of the, don't touch your face, put a mask on things. There will probably be a second wave. There's already rumblings about it. All pandemics have had it. It's just a matter if it's worse or it's not worse. That's really the only thing that ever comes. But go look at history. It happens. So do be careful, all right? And because we want you here. We want you to come back here. We want you to be safe. We don't want anything to happen to you. So do that until next time. And also shout out again to all of the first responders and all the nurses and doctors and delivery men and all the people who have had to go out there and do their jobs despite this pandemic and kept the world going around, especially the first responders that don't kill people. We really appreciate you.
Yup.
That's pretty awesome of you because apparently that's not easy to do. I don't understand it, but that's what I'm being told. So with that said, that is all we have for tonight. You got anything else?
Thank you, Keith, for hosting such a lovely show every night.
You didn't do it with your preacher voice.
Emily's right. It was more of a foghorn leghorn voice.
Oh, okay. Do your foghorn leghorn voice.
No thanks.
Come on. All right. That's it, everybody. Have a good night.